Our country has seen days of protests, some peaceful, some ending in destruction. It's no secret that our nation is in a time of turmoil. So what's next? Where do we go from here? And how do we talk to our kids about it? Our Leon Bibb gives his take.
They took a prayerful knee in Minneapolis at the same spot days after George Floyd died under the crushing police officer's knee. The brother of the dead man prayed on bended knee. In a vigil, several hundred others bent knees as well. They prayed for peace. It was for Minneapolis and Cleveland, and many other cities would spiral down into violent turmoil, ignited by anger over the killing of George Floyd, whose breath was stopped by a Minneapolis police officer's pressing knee. It was not just this killing prompting peaceful demonstrations, which exploded and were overshadowed by more violent ones. The tragedy of George Floyd was a spark which ignited kindling long stacked in a corner called racism. So now the centuries-long, always smoldering racism bursts into street confrontation and increased necessary discussions of racial disparities and inequality. There is a necessary discussion with our children about this land billed as one of equal opportunity, but not always and not for all. For black people in this country, there have always been long talks with their children about racism. My parents talked to me just as their parents had talked to them, and now I talk to my children. For people of color living under the red, white, and blue, these are the facts of life which lead to pointed conversation. Sadly, emotionally, tragically, but necessary conversation. The nation walks a sharp edge. The tragic death of George Floyd put us at yet another tipping point in American race relations. Each one of us, by our beliefs, thoughts, and actions, plays a part in deciding which way will the scale tip, to hating or healing. For 3 News, I'm Leon Bibb.